What's up, everybody? It's hashtag homeless day 26. It's kind of like when I'm holding my phone like this, it's like I have a mirror in front of my face and I'm like, oh, what about that? What about this? But oh yeah, you're recording, dummy. Everybody's watching what you're doing right now. And I don't have time to edit. Whatever comes out in these videos. I barely had enough time for a couple of these videos to splice two videos together and resave the file and upload it. And the way things are right now, that's not even an option. Yesterday at some point around the middle of the day, the Wi-Fi went down at the library. So I had to use this phone as a hotspot. My best friend is paying for this phone. He had an old Android phone that he sent me, activated it on his account. And so, thankfully I have the ability to, this is a great thing to have in my situation, and I'm thankful for it. But one of the limitations is the hotspot. You can use 14 gigabytes of data as a hotspot, or it's going to be a problem. And without watching videos, without doing anything intensively difficult with bandwidth, using my phone as a hotspot yesterday, I blew through 4 gigabytes of that 14. And that was just from probably noon to, let's say, 5 p.m. So I blew through more than 1/4 of the monthly limit in one afternoon just doing basic things, working on my portfolio. So I just have a bad feeling the Wi-Fi at the library is going to be down for a long time. I don't know why. Add it to my list of reasons that God's telling me to get out of this town. There's a couple other places I can go for Wi-Fi. The shelter's not one. So if the library Wi-Fi is down for a while, that's 2 places crossed off the list that I can no longer use. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Just uploading these videos, I pretty much have to do it over a Wi-Fi connection. There's unlimited data to use the phone as, without using the phone as a hotspot, it's unlimited. But after a certain number of gigabytes, the phone company will throttle the bandwidth. So the speed of the phone is reduced to the point where I can't even check my email on a 5G full strength connection, because they're just throttling my connection speed down to the point where it's pretty much pointless to even have it. So uploading these videos is a problem. It's not a problem in terms of, there's more important things I need to get done during the day. So, it is what it is. But, just add it to the list of things to deal with when there's only a limited amount of time in the first place. It's early in the morning. I'm at the park. It looks like someone came through and picked up all the trash that was it looks pretty clean today. There's a couple people sleeping outside. This town is hurting, and there's a lot of people suffering out in this town. And in fact, I think the guy over there who's sleeping under a cardboard box, I think I know him. I think he was at the shelter for a while. Just sad to see all of this decay, and just the whole country is dying fast. It just throws me off track. My thought, when I start going down that thought path, it's no good. I still have to try and focus on what I need to do I can't help anybody else if I can't help myself. I can't even do anything for my kids right now, and that, I can't do anything for anybody. I had to get out of the shelter this morning. They play I do like to try and stay for a while because we have like a little prayer meeting, and we kind of kick off the day right. But they play this Christian music over the TV, the corporate Christian music, and they crank up the volume so loud it actually it hurts my ears. And I'm just not, you say whatever you want. I'm just not, that's not my thing. The corporate Christian music scene it's just such bland, soulless music. I just don't dig it. It's just, it's like it feels like a corporate machine just churning out soulless music to make a profit. And it doesn't do anything for me. So it grinds me down. I can't listen to it for hours on end, especially when the volume is cranked up so loud that it's giving me a headache. So I got things to do today. I left early. I'm going to be at the library as soon as they open the doors. Hopefully they got the Wi-Fi situation fixed, but just something inside me tells me they don't. And let's see, we're at 6 minutes. My eyesight's going. I have to kind of go like this to see. It seems like the more stress I'm under, the more, I'm at that age where your eyesight starts to do things. But the stress that I've noticed when I'm under heavy stress, that the deterioration of my vision is going just down. And I don't, that's just another thing. I have a pair of glasses to help with this, but it's not at the point where I really need to wear them. And I put them in storage because I didn't want to have to be carrying them around. I'm carrying enough stuff around as it is, and I don't know. I don't like wearing them. I do without them. It's the kind of vision problem that you really can't. Contacts wouldn't really do anything for me either. It might actually make it worse. So there's that. And I don't really got anything to talk about. There's nothing going on. I got a couple of appointments today and tomorrow to to go to. One's a job interview. One's a meeting with some job search people. That hopefully hopefully when I go in for the appointment today, they don't tell me that I don't have an appointment today. And if that happens, we're done. I'm not even coming back. But I don't expect that. People make mistakes. It's no big deal. I didn't get mad at them yesterday. I did show them the business card where they wrote my appointment down, just to make it clear that it wasn't me. I came at the time I was told to come. And I just wanted them to know that was the case. But I wasn't mean about it. I at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, the growth, the channel is growing. I had some interesting conversations yesterday with more interesting people via email who reached out because of the show. I'm not going to get into the details there, but it was some stuff that was pretty cool. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, the fact that people are seeing this and responding the way they are, it surprises me every day. There's trolls. Trolls come with social media. Trolls come with, you can post anything on Twitter, on Facebook, on Hipstergram, on any of these other platforms, and people are going to hate. People are going to hate you no matter what you do, so you just gotta gotta like not care, because that'll drive you insane if you actually do care. It don't matter who you are, what you're doing, what you say. There's gonna be people that show up to just, poop all over your parade. And but all that means, the reality is, all that means when people do that, it just means that your content's getting out there and people are paying attention and seeing it, and you're getting somewhere. So it's fine. Keep it up, trolls. I'm not losing any sleep over it. Let's see, what else? So, yeah, I guess, got a couple minutes left. I could do a little... So, this is something I keep noticing, and I've noticed this for a long time. And it's just it's one of these statements about our society. I'll get into it, and then I'll let you go. There's a lot of genres, a lot of categories of videos that I follow on YouTube, and I have for years. And there's a trend. There's something that I notice about, and it applies to every single category of any kind of video or genre. So 5 random categories of videos that I watch. Camping and preparedness. That's category 1. Kind of related to that would be people doing the van life and traveling and living out of their vehicle. That's another category of people that there's a lot of people doing this on YouTube, and I've followed some of these people for years. The third category would be just general adventuring. The fourth category would be cars. I like vehicles. I used to play Forza Motorsport all the time, and I like auto racing. I like to watch it. I'm not a super fan, but I just enjoy that information, so I watch, some of that. And I like music. I like, dance music, house music. So I watch and follow a lot of DJs on YouTube. And we could talk about 20 other categories, but the point is, this one thing I notice across every category you can imagine on YouTube is that there will be a number of people who build up a following in one of these categories. Let's say the van life. And they, travel the country, they're living out of their van, and they build up a couple 100,000 subscribers on YouTube or whatever other platforms, and and they're living the life. And then along comes some girl in a bikini or a thong, and now she's living the van life on YouTube, and she's doing the same thing, except the only difference is she's walking around in a thong or a bikini, and every thumbnail for every video that she posts is her bending over a rock or something with her butt sticking up in the air with a thong. And I'm living the van life. I'm living the van life. And within, 2 months, this chick's got 3 million viewers, 3 million subscribers. She's making probably $20,000 to $20,000 a month and up on YouTube ads, et cetera, et cetera. And, this goes to every category. I follow DJs. And when you start following enough house DJs, all of a sudden your feed will start to fill up with, well, I'm a DJ in a bikini. I'm a DJ with big boobies, and I stand behind the record decks in a bikini and do the same thing. And sure enough, the DJ who's been spinning house music for 25, 30 years, who, he might have a following of 1 million people. This girl nobody's ever heard of is now she's a DJ in a bikini, and she's got 10 million followers. And, it could be a category about auto mechanics. You've got Scotty, whatever is it, Scotty Kilmer or whatever, rev up your engines, and he's talking about, all kinds of auto issues. That dude's helped me fix my car more than once. You got Chris Fix, you've got all these different auto channels. And then along comes some girl in a bikini. I'm doing I have an auto repair channel too. Look at me. Look, I'm bending under the hood of my car wearing a thong, and I've got 10 million followers now because I'm an auto mechanic in a bikini channel. And every category of videos, There's a guy, his name is Steve Wallace, and his whole YouTube channel is about how he goes urban stealth camping. He finds places to camp right under people's noses and they never see him. Like he just hides right in front of people's face and sets up camp. And he basically shows you how easy it is to be a stealth camper. And I think his channel's hilarious. He's been doing it for a long time. I've seen a lot of this guy's videos. And as I'm browsing through his videos, what pops up? Oh, here's 10 different girls now who are, I'm a stealth camper on YouTube in a bikini and I'm wearing a thong. Here's a picture of me. I'm bent over my tent in the middle of the woods and I'm stealth camping in a bikini and a thong. Like, man, what is it's like YouTube is basically becoming OnlyFans, or it's like the gateway to all these women's OnlyFans account. You know, the van life bikini girl, the stealth camping bikini girl, the auto mechanic bikini girl. Every single category. There could be videos about cooking. And along comes a girl in a bikini and now she's cooking in a thong and she has her own cooking channel with 100 million followers. And it's like, it's not a commentary, like, it is what it is. It's you know, human nature, but it's just it just says something about the society that we live in, that legitimate people who actually know what they're doing and have real information to share about one category after the next are getting blown out of the water because some girl showed up in a thong to talk about the same thing, and now she's getting all the attention and she's getting all the followers. And granted, these people aren't following her because they want to know how to fix their car. They're not following her because they want to know about, you know, camping tips in the woods. You know, I mean, they're following her for one reason. And but, you know, these chicks are making 50 grand a month more off of their ads. I mean, some of these women have millions of followers. And it's something I've noticed for a long time, and it was almost like a distraction. It was just, you know, because you'll come up with a million different reasons not to do something when you're thinking about doing something. And that was just another thing that I would add to my list. You know, of, well, if I start a channel about that, I'm sure if I start a channel about photography and using Photoshop and editing, I'm sure there's a girl out there doing it in a bikini and a thong, and she's teaching Photoshop in a bikini, and she's taken she's got 10 million followers. And she probably don't know that much about Photoshop. So there's just but that's not a reason to not do something. It's just, it's just the videos that come up in my feed when I'm scrolling through YouTube are just, this is part of what pops up and it doesn't matter what category it is. It does not matter what category it is. This is just something I've seen across the board. So, tell me in the comments, is this something that you run into all the time? Is that something that you see, that, anytime a legitimate topic or a genre of video shows up on YouTube, all of a sudden some girl comes along in a thong and now she's doing the same, she's showing up in the same category, except she's got, 20 million followers in a span of 2 weeks. So with that, I'm going to go to the library, Maybe I'll start doing homeless videos, walking around in a banana hammock or something along those lines. Maybe I can get away with that too. Maybe I'll wear one of those swimsuits like Borat was walking around with on the beach and do all of my videos wearing that. But right now in Western New York, it is winter in June, and if I were doing that today, I'd probably die of hypothermia. So with that said, I'm out.